So I let this do a little cycle. This is the drain spin cycle on your washing machine. So I only let it on for about a minute, 2 at the most. I didn't let it go for the 5 minutes because wool dries pretty quick. It comes out pretty quick. So, but one thing you need to do is, so I put this here. And I'm going to see if I can hold this and show you. Even though you have this, you have to block it. Yeah, let me see if I can get this. So blocking means you have to stretch it out. So I stretched out the size that I need this mitten to be. The same way with this hat. It came out inside out. So I had to hold it, and I had to, with both hands, what they call kind of block it, which just means put it into the shape that you want it to be when it finishes drying. So remember that when you wash wool, it has natural elasticity. And that natural elasticity will allow it to go into whatever shape you need to be. And this is hard to do one-handed. Again, I think it needs to be a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider. There. And so now these are ready to dry. And I'm going to have my dryer on, so these will dry while my dryer is going through a drying cycle. Let's see. So here is another hat that I made. This is Lopi. This is also Lopi wool. So again, one thing you can do with these, if you really, really want it, you can put this is a tam, you can put it over a plate. So if you really, really wanted it to, or you can stuff it with a towel to get it to be the shape that you need it to be. But when I get done filming this, I will do this with 2 hands, but I just kind of wanted to show you again. I could just put it upside down, and then while this is going. Now for that long scarf I have, and this is really, I mean, it's still damp, but it's not sopping wet like it was when it went in there. So I will take this out. I will, stretch this to get this even again, to get these kind of all even. You see how it's kind of wrinkled there? I'm going to stretch that out, and then I'm going to hang this on my wool drying rack. And I think that is it, except the other hat. Where's the other hat? So another hat. I have another hat here. Again, the same thing. Use both hands. Stretch it out to the shape and size you want it to be. Now, when I put it in there, as you notice, it can become a little fuzzy. Don't worry about that. That's okay. If you don't want the fuzzies, don't put it in the spin cycle. Also, I could have rinsed this with a cream rinse, a wool cream rinse, and that would help with the fuzzies. But once this gets worn again and snow gets on it, it gets damp, from being outside, all these little fuzzy parts will tame down naturally. The humidity will make them tame down when you're wearing it. Okay, so this is just a brief video on what I do when I need to get lots of wool done. And again, if I were really concerned about these fuzzies, I wouldn't put it in there. I would roll it in the towel and I would block it. So that is going to be up to you. You can decide. Some people have, if you have baby covers, wool baby covers, you may not care what they look like. But this is only for things that I know can handle this process. So through experience washing lots of wool items, both the raw and the finished products, I know what can handle this and what I would never ever do this way. But I have never showed how to do it this quick and dirty way. See, so caring for wool is not that hard. Really, it takes me longer to wait for the cycle in the wash, for regular laundry, put it in the dryer. I mean, that takes a lot of time. This took me, what, maybe 15 minutes total for the soaking, the rinsing, the spinning, and then laying out. So don't be afraid of wool. Wool is your friend. It's the best, one of the best fibers that we can have, especially coming into this wonderful wool season, which is winter. So that's it for me for Spinning the Past. I'll catch you next time.